Can you chuck me something? Can you throw
All
me
right, ready?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ashley, Nathan, hello. How are you both?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good.
I'm very good, thank you for asking. I wanted to start off our little chat by asking whether you've been able to dance much recently, given everything that's going on.
Yeah, I think we have actually. We've been really lucky. Obviously, when all of this first started over a year ago now, which is crazy to say, things were sort of locked down, in a different way because there was so much uncertainty. But as we've sort of been able to open back up again, there's been like testing and vaccinations and everything. We've been able, luckily, to sort of get back to work in a safer way. So it's been we've been really thankful basically to be able to get back to dancing a bit more.
And at the start, back a year ago, so were you not dancing at all? And I'm assuming that must have been like the longest period you've never kind of danced for.
Yeah, as a group.
Yeah, as a group for sure. Obviously, with all of the rules that were in place, it wasn't safe to do so. But we was dancing on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. We were still at it on TikTok. So TikTok was a bit of a saving grace, actually, like a year ago. Even now is.
I have seen, and I'm going to come onto TikTok a little bit later because you both are TikTok masters. But what was it? What was it like actually not dancing together as a group? As you said, it's the longest period you've never danced as a group before. Did you kind of, was it horrible? Yeah. Did you really miss
horrible?
it?
Yeah, like because obviously it's our everyday. We're a group and we come in and we dance and we perform and we create. So to all of a sudden be cut off from that like almost instantaneously was a bit of a shock. And it sort of definitely had like loads of like pent up energy, and it was like, right, what do we do now? How do we? So literally, honestly, like whether it be FaceTiming or Zooming or TikToking, it literally was a little bit of a saving grace.
And was it good for like the creativity? Did you kind of sit there at home thinking like, oh, I've got all of these ideas coming because I can't get out there and dance, or was it the opposite? Was it quite difficult to kind of create because you were in this weird space? What was it like?
So what do you reckon, mate? You were still creating.
I feel like,
lot, right?
I was in my spare bedroom making
Yeah.
a lot of dances and sort of, not even necessarily on TikTok then, but just dancing a lot at home, doing freestyle rounds and just trying to move. But it was hard because you can't really recreate the energy that we sort of share in the studio. So I feel like I did keep it moving, but it definitely wasn't the same.
Yeah, you have no choice but to keep it. Obviously, when the energy as a group, when you're in the studio and you're sort of like dancing with each other and creating, second to none. So it was, we kept it moving, but it's much better being together.
I also love that no matter whether you were like an accountant, whether you were in marketing, whether you were in the UK's biggest dance group, you were still working from home in your spare room.
Absolutely.
Back in March. So, Christopher, you guys, diversity, you're known for not just putting on these brilliant dances, but telling these kind of incredible stories and tapping into what's going on in the world. Your performance is always full of humour and wit, and they're more than just you guys going on stage and dancing. So I was quite interested if you could talk me through the kind of the process from the inception of your big performances through to the practice to actually performing it. Can you tell me a bit about that journey? Because what you guys do is so special and nobody really does it like diversity.
Oh, thank you, man. It depends. It's different for every single performance depending on what you're trying to do. So sometimes it can just be like, oh, we have an idea, and then I will literally sit and write it out, and then talk to the guys, Nathan, the team about it, and then we will just get in studio and we'll spend a few days just creating and workshopping and coming up with tricks and flips and pieces of choreo and concepts, and then all of a sudden it just sort of it feels like you don't really do a lot, and then right up until like a couple of days before the end, it feels like you've got all of these little pieces, and then when it kind of like comes together, you go, oh, that's what it's like as a whole. So you just work on everything, and then you sort of just like put it all together, and then before you know it, you've just got this this sort of like piece of performance that you're either really proud of or you're not. And if there's something that we want to change, we get into it. But even, do you know what? Even after the performances, the process still carries on. Like we watch back every time and we're like, right, what could we have done better? What do we need to improve on? That's super important as well. So so it's a continual process for us always.
So sometimes you've come up with like the big idea, but you'll get into the studio, you'll be practicing it, and you'll be like, oh, wouldn't it be hilarious if we flip Perry off that, and Nathan's like, oh, so it kind of works like that. Then it's sort of a bit.
Or
of a
sometimes by mistake, you're trying one thing, and then like someone will do a flip, and then it will land different, or you'll catch different, and you'll go, oh, I wonder if, and then it becomes something else. So it literally is just about workshopping stuff and just like keeping your eyes open.
So is there a performance? This is a tricky question. Is there a performance though that you look back on and go, that was for me, that was the performance, that was the diversity performance I am most proud of? Do you both have one of them?
Most proud of
that's really tough. They're different for different reasons. Obviously, we had a really big performance in the summer of last year that kind of got a lot of media attention, and we're super proud of that. Not just because of how we performed, but because of the real world discussions that centered around it. Do you know what I mean? So it's that's sort of like a really important thing to do. But there are also dances that I just look back on, even down to TikTok, and you just kind of go, I just really enjoy that one. Some of you just enjoy more than others.
Yeah, sure.
And what about Nathan? Do you have one, or are you the same as Ashley?
I would say, again, maybe of a different tone then. Maybe Born Ready. So maybe not. It's not necessarily a TV performance, but one of our live performance at one of our tours, Born Ready. I'd say that was probably one of my favourite. I wouldn't say a specific date necessarily, but that tour itself and what that meant, I think was a very big deal.
That was our 2019 UK tour.
I was going to ask about touring.
Actually, it was our 10-year anniversary tour. Yeah.
10 years, 2009. I still remember the Britain's Got Talent final. Like, I still remember watching you guys perform, watching Susan Boyle, just being like, wow, this is mega talent. So I was going to ask about touring. When are you guys back at it? Is it later this year? Is it next year?
Next year. Oh my gosh. Back at touring. How good does that sound? So spring 22, basically. So we start sort of next March, in about a year's time, but all our tickets are on sale. They're all out there, and they're going really well. We've got more shows than ever. I think we've got nearly 80 shows in a row.
All across the country?
All across the country, yeah. So it's going to be a huge tour, and I'm just so excited to get back on the road.
Yeah, I can well and truly imagine, and I'm sure all of your fans are desperate to get back and see you live as well. I've got a few questions from Fun Kids listeners now. I think there's 4 of them, so I'll get into these. Lily, who's 10, has asked, what was I've asked this actually. I'm sorry, Lily, I've taken your question. It was, what's your favourite ever diversity dance? But we've kind of covered that already, so hopefully. Sorry, Lily, I've stolen your thunder.
She's got her answer. Yeah.
She's got her answer. Moving on from Lily, Noah, who's 9 years old, said, when were you most nervous before performing? Good question, Noah.
Where were we most nervous, or when?
When? Which performance were you most nervous for before you went out on stage?
Personally, for me, it was the performance before we went out to our first ever sold out show at the O2 Arena. So that was a really nerve-wracking performance for me, because it was London, it was hometown, it was the O2 Arena. It felt like the moment that we'd done something you always dreamed of as a kid, and it was like, you can feel the weight of, you're going to get, this is your one chance to do this thing in your life, so get it right. So that was nervy for me. But
I would say for myself personally, similarly, it would have been Genesis, which was a couple of years ago now, but another one of our live tours, and similarly, it would have been London. I think, again, home crowd, and I think it was the first time performing on an arena stage for myself personally with diversity.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was very, very, very nervous, but really excited. And I just remember that very first feeling, stepping out on stage with the click and just being like,
you never forget it.
Yeah, and I bet that you've missed that feeling over the last year of that
100%.
Very much so.
Emily, who's 12, said, which singer or performer would you most like to collaborate with? That's a good question. So I guess if it's a pop star, another dancer, whoever it might be, who would you like to get on stage and do something with, or even off stage, music videos or whatever? What are you thinking?
There's so many. All right, let's do this. Oh my gosh. Have you got one, Nathan, in mind?
I'm going to go for Beyonce and throw that out real quick.
Oh my god, what a good shout! I'd have to go for Chris Brown.
I mean, I would, yeah. put all of you on the stage together, you're going to get quite a performance. That would
There
be
you
that'd
go.
be, that'd be
That's
insane.
what we like to think.
Well, 2022, the new tour.
22, yeah.
That's the one.
Chris Brown's on our tour.
Final question from our listeners. Josh, who's 8. I'm imagining this one is for Ashley. He says, which Britain's Got Talent judge smells the best?
David.
David. What does David smell like?
Roses and absolute essence. Roses and good energy. That's what he
Roses,
smells
good
like.
energy and booking. Lots of booking. Okay, you guys are setting the nation a challenge. It's involving dance, involving exercise. Can you tell me a bit about this challenge that you are setting the nation?
Yeah, so Diversity we've teamed up with Kingsmill and we've created something called the Kings Million Dance Challenge, and it's split into 6 parts. It's going to be on Nate's TikTok, 6 very small sort of sets of moves that add together to create one bigger TikTok dance. And we made it really easy, really fun, so everybody can get involved. But essentially, we just want to get people dancing, want to get people active, want to get people having fun. And if you want to do that kind of thing, TikTok is the platform to do it on.
100%.
So you can find these dances over the next 6 weeks on Nate's page. And we just want people to get involved and basically do the Kings Million Dance Challenge with us.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, as you just said, TikTok is kind of seemingly inspired like a whole generation to love dance even more. And you both are huge on TikTok. Who's got the most followers out of the two of you?
Out of the two of in general, Perry has.
Perry's the leader at the moment,
and then I'm second, and Naif's third. But if you want to talk about like most viral videos, Naif's up there. Naif's dances go mad. Like people do his dances from all over the world.
I've seen both of you guys on TikTok, and like the stuff you get up to. I mean, I have a question for each of you. Nathan, my question is like, how long you're kind of, as I said, your big viral dances on TikTok. How long does it take for you to come up with them? Because they are big.
I'll be honest. I feel like the best ones, you never really know what's going to do well. In all honesty, I feel like I sort of go with a general field and that's just what feels good and what's fun, and then I put it out really.
Yeah.
But I feel like it can take from sometimes 5 minutes. The best ones sometimes are just the quickest ones when it's just feel good and just natural.
I'll talk for him because he's being humble. Sometimes he literally does them on the spot. He sets up his phone, listens to the sound, and just makes it up. And it's always amazing to watch because obviously I do a lot of creating and choreographing and stuff. But when you see someone do it from the outside, and then the next day, 2 million people have seen it and thousands of people are repeating it. It's just an amazing thing, TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, especially for you guys who, you spent the last decade kind of entertaining everyone with your performances. But like now this is, a platform which is just like so perfect for you to kind of showcase yourself to the whole world now. It's not just the UK. Like you must have people from all over the planet kind of checking your videos out now.
I feel like it's a two-way thing, isn't it? Absolutely. And I feel like dance now is really accessible. I think because of social media, you see or can learn dances from all over the world. People can learn from us. We can learn from other people.
No, I bet. I mean, I did have a question on TikTok for both of you. Ashley, this is my question for you. Is your son getting royalties from all his appearances and all the views that he's bringing you? I certainly hope so.
my son is getting royalties, absolutely, and it's called the flipping. Basically, everything that's mine is his. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what kids do to you. He's getting all of my lack of sleep. That's his royalties. But yeah, no, I absolutely love getting the kids involved in TikTok just because it's actually just fun to dance with them too. And I've got this vision that in like 10, 20 years time, we'll look back at all these little crazy TikToks and it'll just be hilarious to look back at him as a baby and me dancing with him. So I actually love it for that.
As you say, it's good fun at home when you're stuck inside. It's great kind of fitness as well. And so I'm on TikTok, but I've never posted a TikTok video before.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay.
So look, I'm here with you both now. So I'm wondering, given the challenge that you're setting the nation, all of that, is there like a move or two that you may be able to show me for my first ever TikTok video? And please just bear in mind I have the coordination of a hamster.
All right. What about What can we show them that you can do right now? You must know what the woe is.
I do. Yeah, of course.
Can you do it?
Of course. Can I? Well,
let's have a look.
Can I see yours first?
No. Come on.
It's about
Stop
you.
flipping it round. Let's have a look at the woe.
Okay. All right.
5,
Can
6, 7, go.
Can you chuck me something? Can you throw?
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh!
Well, there you go. There's your first TikTok.
Is that it?
That's it. Just do that. I'm liking it.
Fine.
Viral. Guaranteed.
I shall tag you both, and I'm coming for your TikTok dance supremacy, and it'll.
Love it. Love it. We'll see you there.
I'll see you there. And just remind everybody listening and watching one more time, if they want to get involved in the challenge you're setting the country to get active, get dancing. Where can they find the videos? Where can they learn? Where can they watch your performances and get involved?
So you can find the videos on my account at Nathan Ramsay. It's just on TikTok. The first one goes live tomorrow, and then it will be across the next 6 weeks, one every Friday, leading up to one whole dance.
Amazing. I'll be checking it out. Now that I'm a big TikTok dance influencer, I'll be getting involved as well.
Love it. We love it.
It's been really great chatting to you both. I'm such a fan of Diversity. You are amazing, and I look forward to seeing your performances and the tour next year and all of that. But take care.
Thanks,
great to chat to you both.
Thank you, mate.